Down a bit, down a bit, down a bit. I don't know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. We're all up and running. I'll turn the volume down on the iPad. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you can hear me. And if you can see me. Got some lights on. I'm doing it on the Mac. The fans are running a little bit in the Mac. I'm obviously asking it to do a lot of work. And if I move backwards and forwards, the camera compensates for the light. Yes, we hear and see you well. Cool. Well, at least I know that's all working. I've got some other things to try. So yeah, I've got this screen set up so we can see what the chat's on the side. This is just the Mac and me. Whey! Yeah, you've seen. Yeah, it's enough of that, innit? I've got to look up here. Try to bring this down so I'm looking at the... I'll have to do it. It is what it is. Yes, I'm just... The Christmas live stream I did over on the laptop in the other room. And I've not done a live stream on the Mac for quite a long time, so... I'm just getting my head back round how to use it. And I did get on a bit earlier tonight, just to make sure I could get it working. Right, what am I doing here? Well, it looks like there's 7 of you in here at the minute. So I'll just give it a little bit longer. And nice one, AD can hear us. I hope you've got your brain in gear tonight, AD. We've got some corkers in the old quiz. Oh yes. Some to catch everyone out. I'm going to start the evening with a little beverage. Tonight we're going for some Coca-Cola. It's not a product placement. Just need something to wet the whistle. I've been eating peanuts. So I'll just switch the iPad off. Oh, come on. Stop. Happy New Year to you all. Yeah, 2025. I assume you was all out partying last night. We was really good old ravers last night. We was in bed before midnight. I did hear some fireworks over in the distance. The fireworks have been banned in France for personal. You can have it if you're at like an event or something like that. But yeah, I think it was over in Nexon. Quite not loud, but I did hear them. So I'm going to let a few more people come in. Let's see how many of you are here now. We've got 9 of you on. I'll say I've got a bit of a quiz lined up. It's you know, a bit for the car enthusiasts. There's a bit for the music lovers. There's a bit for the film lovers, and there's some general knowledge. You'll have to excuse the camera. It's up and down as I'm waving around. The lights affect the camera. On these Macs, there's no way of going into the camera settings and changing the thing, so that's why I normally use my big, I don't know if you can see that there. I normally use that camera and just plug it in, and then, but anyway. Yeah, so I've got a few questions lined up. Yeah, fireworks are banned. Well, like the Mary can put on fireworks and stuff like that, but yeah, you can't buy them anymore. I mean, we used to go up to Top Fooey and buy €10 worth of fireworks. I mean, some of them were pretty useless. But I used to whiz and bang, and used to these little ones called Tsetse flies. It was just like a little tube of gunpowder with some wings on it, and you used to light it, and it used to spin round. They were bloody dangerous because they'd come flying at you. Doesn't matter where you stood, you know, they'd come for you. But yeah, you can't even get those now. So they like to spoil your fun, don't they? But yeah, all good stuff. So yeah, I've got some of these questions are some bit sort of basic, but you know, you've got to cater for everybody, haven't you? And I've got a special little thing. Name the car by the sound. I've got some audio clips saved on the software here, and we'll play those, and then you can see if you can guess. I used to be quite good at that. Well, they could be called jumping jacks. I'll say the ones that used to come in the packet, the fireworks that we used to get were called Tsetse flies. Who knows? Anyway, yeah, I mean, they were pretty useless. I think they were sort of like one step up from indoor fireworks. Yeah, so we've got name that car by the sound. I used to be able to be quite good at that. Obviously, probably have no bloody clue what cars sound like now. They probably all sound the same. Of course, then you've got your electric cars, which haven't got any noise at all. Which I've not driven an electric car yet, but friends of ours have got one. I ought to tap them up and say, "Oi, let's have a little go in your car." So yeah, we've got a few questions and this, that, and the other. Bit of fun tonight. Whole load of general knowledge questions. I don't know what's the best way to do it. Do I ask the question, give you a few seconds to answer it, and then give you the answer, or do I give you the answers at the end? I don't know. Let me know what you think. I thought we'd just do something that's a little bit different tonight, rather than me just waffling on. Because the old quiz that I did on the Christmas live stream went down quite well with some of you. 6 of you on now. So yeah, I'll give it a few more minutes, see if any more people come in, and I've got something else on here as well. Car fails of the century. Cars that just didn't quite catch on, basically. I found it on the internet. I thought I'll just, we'll have a look at it. Well, these peanuts from Super U, I think they're from Super U. They're chili and lime, really, coated and something. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, the only trouble with Mac is if I'm watching on here, watching while everything's going on, I'm not looking at the camera, so you'll have to excuse me. The camera's up here. Give you the answer and you'll guess the question. I could do that on some of them. What was I saying? Yeah, camera's right up there. But, yeah, so I've got a bowl of M&Ms as well. peanut M&Ms. So, I'm assuming most of you went out celebrating last night. My days of celebrating New Year's Eve are over, I think. Always used to be a big night. Christmas Eve we used to go up into town, get absolutely rat-arsed. Spend most of Christmas morning on the sofa. I'd have mum going on in my ear, oh, well, you're not going to eat your dinner. She didn't know me very well. I remember, I was pretty hungover one Christmas morning, and she was on right on moan. So I think I went outside, threw up, came in and ate it all, no problem. So we used to just pop up into local town for Christmas Eve. New Year's Eve we used to go to all the way to Skegness. Hey, and that was always fancy dress. We used to make a bit of an effort for New Year's Eve. Blue M&Ms. They're quite big, these blue ones. Huh? And the brown. Brown ones are quite big. What? Tina's through there. I'm talking to the camera. Tina's through there. She sorts colours on the M&Ms, so she'll eat a certain colour first. I couldn't be bothered, to be honest. But so New Year's Eve was always quite a big one. The big one, the big one, when we hit the year 2000, I was in Cambridge. That was a bit of a monumental party. We had a big old party at the house that we lived in. There was 5 of us lads. We all quite often had parties. Quite often got into a bit of trouble with the neighbours. We did invite all the neighbours, to be honest. But when the police turned up, they said, we said, well, we've invited all the neighbours. What's the problem? He said, it's not the neighbours that are the problem. He said, it's about 3 streets up. They're complaining. So it's like, okay, yeah. But anyway, when it was the year 2000, we all wandered off up into Cambridge City. And it was a big old party. Yeah, we used to go into Spilsby on New Year's Eve and then get on... Well, no, we didn't get on the Bopper Hopper. The Bopper Hopper. It was a bloody old minibus. The ropiest thing ever. Nowadays, you'd never get a test on it. The door used to fly open on the back, but you used to get on the Bopper Hopper at 10 o'clock in Spilsby. That'd take you to Skegness, where all the nightclubs were. And then 2 o'clock, it came back to Spilsby, and then old Mehmet at the kebab shop, he used to stay open until the Bopper Hopper got back, so we could all get off the thing and go in for a kebab. My first ever kebab. Rural Lincolnshire, you didn't have that sort of thing, did you? Bloody hell. When old Mehmet moved in, oh, you bugger. So yeah, that was our New Year's Eve last night. I think in bed early, and New Year's Day today. I roasted a joint of beef this morning. Tina was outside cutting up some wood. I peeled all the potatoes. Then we both went outside this afternoon splitting logs. Tina's got all the barn loaded up, so we've got a good few days worth of firewood in the barn drying out now. The wood's all seasoned, but it's where it's been sat outside, it's just wet, so it has to dry out a little bit. So that was today. That was this afternoon. I roasted everything up. We had a nice roast beef dinner. It was very nice. So let's see how many of you are in now. That's 8 of you. I was going to do a little thing about the old charity, the Association Attis. But last live stream, you good folks out there donated about €25. I think it worked out on my. It comes up on my thing on like the YouTube dashboard thing, and I thought, well, that will show up in my revenue in a couple of days' time. So I checked on the revenue, and 25. I'm expecting €25, or I know YouTube do take a bit out of it. And there was €9 something in there. I'm like, what? On the internet, bit of research. Now apparently YouTube give you 70% and they keep 30%. I thought, well, that's not right, because 25 to 9, YouTube have taken a shitload of money, haven't they? And so a bit more research, and it turns out if you pay a super chat on YouTube using an Apple device, Apple take 30% as well. Absolute robbing bar stewards. So yeah, we're not trying to promote the super chats this time, because YouTube and Apple are just bloody robbing gits. I don't mind, obviously YouTube, they put on the platform and it's free hosting and it's this, that and the other. But for me to end up with €9 after 25 was paid to us, there you go. I can't get on with Android. Apple's easy, it works. But I think Google Pay probably take a load out of it as well. I didn't look at that, but anyway, so we're not going to be pushing Association at it. If you want to donate, I'll be doing a video on I've got a car sat out here still, but I'll be doing a video and I'll explain it all on the video, and I'll put the PayPal link. Yeah, PayPal's the way to go. I still get fees on PayPal, but it's not bloody. That's less than half, isn't it? 25 down to 9. Especially when I said I'd make up the difference. Huh? What? Got the dog down here on my armchair, and he started dreaming. Yeah, he's having a right old turn over here. He's had a good afternoon. He's been outside and tearing around like a bloody idiot. All right, who's ready for a quiz? Let me just do this. Sorry. I don't know how the chat thing is going to keep up with this tonight, but I've got them all on my iPad, so I'm going to open up the iPad, get a bit closer to the telly. Some of these are easy. Some of them, not so much. Yeah, I have asked people to send it friends and family, but some people get a bit funny about that. Obviously, if you know the person, you don't mind doing it. But then other people say, oh no, I can't do that. There's no comeback on friends and family. It's like, you're donating some bloody money. You're not paying for a service. But anyway, I have mentioned that to people in the past. But there you go. So, we're going to go for part 1 of a quiz. 18 seconds. How do you know it's 18 seconds behind? Yeah, we are. Oh, is there a clock behind me? I don't know. You're confusing me now. Doesn't take much. This is a bit of a part 1 of a quiz. Really easy questions. I can look at. Oh, right. I've never worried about it. I know there's a delay because when I'm actually watching it on OBS Studio, and then I can click onto the YouTube page, and it tells me how many people are watching. This, that, and the other. So, and I do know there is a delay on it, but well, okay, that's not so bad then, is it? You're only, if we say 20 seconds, that covers everybody, doesn't it? So anyway, this is going to be round one. This is a round of questions on cars. Quite simple, really. There's 7 questions. I'm going to ask you 7 questions. I'll give you a few seconds to whack the answer in the chat box, and then I'll give you the answer. Simple as that. I'm not keeping track of points. If you want to, you can, but there's no prizes. I'm not even going to send anyone any jelly babies. I know what my mum's going to say now. How'd you miss your mouth? Toyota? You've been looking at my questions. Where'd you get Toyota from? I used to work at Toyota. Anyway, so this is going to be round one, car questions, and then we've got music, films, general knowledge. I'm just going to whack through them quite quick because I've got a whole load of general knowledge questions at the bottom. So anyway, round one, cars. What was the first car mass-produced on an assembly line? Easy. This is an easy one. If you don't get this, there's, what was the first car mass-produced on an assembly line? Dun, dun, dun. I should have had some countdown music, shouldn't I? And I'm not doing that every time. Oh, Roger's in the room. Oh, you're all on the same track. Get it? Get it? Track? Oh, twat. You are all indeed correct. Ford Model S, no, it's Model T. Model T Ford. What is the best-selling car of all time? What is the best-selling car? Oh, see you then, Peppy. What is the best-selling car of all time? Yeah. No Googling either. I probably would have known this one, to be honest. I mean, I am obviously got the answers in front of me, so. What is the best-selling car of all time? I don't know how that's happening. Well, at least you got it right though, Adi. Come on. Oh, we're not getting... These are not correct answers so far. Datsun Sunny. Whew. Remember those? My grandpa had a Datsun 120Y in green. He traded his... No, he didn't. Because we picked it up he had a full Zephyr 6. None of you are correct so far. And he traded his Zephyr in... No, he didn't. I just said that. We drove to the garage. He drove the Datsun back, and my grandma drove the Zephyr back, and he must have sold the Zephyr private. No, the actual answer is... iPad's gone to sleep. Toyota Corolla. There you go. Who knew? I think I did know that one. So, Adi, are you getting caught up now, or are you still getting the answers before the question comes through? Because I've got no control over that. So yeah, it was a Toyota Corolla. Question number 3. Which iconic car brand features a prancing horse on the logo? Which iconic car brand features a prancing horse on the logo? Well, everybody should know that, really. I should have got the countdown music and some all... Let's put one of these in. Oh, Ian's in sync now. Ferrari, Ferrari. Got two people saying Ferrari. It is indeed Ferrari. I can't wait all night for all the people to answer. If I get a couple of answers come up, that'll have to do, won't it? And then you'll have to just say to yourself, "Oh, I got that one right," or "Oh, bugger." So, question number. This is a long question. Number 4. What is the term for the process of increasing an engine's power by forcing more air into the combustion chamber? I'll read that again. What is the term for the process of increasing an engine's power by forcing more air into the combustion chamber? What is the term for the process? I know what I'll do. While you're all milling over that question. Overcharging. Should be 30 seconds this. Wonder if I might get demonetised. Sorry, had to do it. Turbocharging is the name of the game, but you could sort of forcing more air in. Supercharger is covered in that, I suppose. Difference between a supercharger and a turbocharger. Turbocharger is driven off the exhaust gas. Supercharger is driven off of the crank. Oh, we've got some more people in. Cara's in. Mr. Dibbles is in. So Mr. Dibbles might know some of these car questions. Oh, this is an easy one, especially if you follow this channel. Which car brand is known for its luxury SUV called the Range Rover? Sweet baby jeez. That's a difficult one, that, isn't it? Well, Ada, you did well. You got the answer right for the last question. We must have a bit of a delay going on here somehow. But there you go. It's all fun and games, isn't it? It's all fun and games. Yeah. Well, actually, some people don't know that a Range Rover is made by Land Rover. I've had this quite a few times on my channel. Oh, I didn't realise Range Rover was Land Rover. It's like, what? Come on, people. Tata. Tata? Well, probably technically, yes, but no, it is Land Rover. Now, this one I'll probably get you, unless you're Googling, of course, which is not allowed. So, yeah, you've all got Land Rover, haven't you? In which decade was the electric car first invented? In which decade was the first electric car invented? Out when? No. Rover? They're made by British Leyland. Come on. Let's get some years on the go. 50s? Incorrect. You are going to be surprised. I was a little bit surprised, but I did know that it was in the century that it's in. 1910s, 1950s, 1920s. All incorrect, I'm afraid. The 20s, incorrect. If I told you it was in the 80s, but the 1880s, that was when the first electric car was invented. There you go. 1880. I don't know where I got these questions from. This last one, it's 1870. No, it was 1880. Well, it says 1880s. This is so easy. I'm embarrassed to ask it. What is the UK's equivalent of the US term trunk in a car? What is the UK's equivalent of the US term trunk in a car? No, I better not keep playing that because I'll get copyrighted and get booted off. I'll have to come up with my own jingle if these little quizzes become popular. Boot! Yeah, boat. Why would they call it a trunk? A trunk, an elephant has a trunk, which is at the front. Now, Mr. Dibbles, you're being a bit edging your bets there, aren't you? Boot or a tailgate. Parasitic drain on my Rover. No, I haven't actually. No, I did actually. On the TD6 we had one. I couldn't find it. In the end, I just put a solar panel on the dashboard, wired it up directly in the back of the car because the big fat wire in the back of the car goes direct to the battery. So yeah, it wasn't that we had a parasitic drain, we just wasn't using the car enough. On the early L322s, it's the heater resistor under the dashboard quite often. But yeah, so I don't know. No, we didn't have a parasitic drain. It was because the car was just sat out there and we was using it every time we was only using it around the field, move the trailer about and that, and if it's sat there a long time, the battery just went flat. So that's what I did. Put a solar panel on, chucked a 30 quid solar panel on the dashboard and run the wire through the boot. Because I don't like using those cigarette things. Because anyway, right. Next round. This next round is music. So if you're a bit of a music fan, my first question is so easy, and I'm a bit embarrassed to ask this one again. L320 drains overnight. Ooh. Can't remember how we used to check for parasitic drains now. I think we used to disconnect the battery, put the multimeter onto the amp settings, put one on the battery and one on the lead, and then just keep pulling fuses out until the amps dropped. Yeah. Not quite, Ian. But the first question in music, round 2. Which British band sang Bohemian Rhapsody? I'm not even going to repeat the question because no, Ian, it's not ABBA. So, yeah. I'll wait for some questions to come in. Queen, exactly. Anyone that doesn't get that right needs to go outside and have a word with yourselves. Right. This next one, some of you older chaps out there and chapesses might know this, but to us younger people, Christ. What year did the Beatles release their debut album, Please Please Me? What year did the Beatles release their debut album, Please Please Me? King. How do you know that?
Because I'm not an old.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you know what year they came out, do you?
They've got the years on them.
Oh, right. King was a band. It was Paul King, wasn't it? What was this? What was that song? Oh, da, da, da. We're gonna have to YouTube that now. Sorry, Ian, you are incorrect. You're the right decade. King. No, come on. See you in a bit. Sorry, I'm just Googling. This goes back to what I was saying. Love and Pride was King. I knew it was. Love and Pride by King. Yeah, I digress. Let's get back to it. Yeah, Roger, you are correct. As we said last time, you'd probably be all right on the old pub quiz. 1963 was the correct year. Next question. Oh, I think I'm gonna. Some of these questions. Who is known as the King of Pop? Some of these questions are ridiculous. I don't know. I'm a bit embarrassed to ask. I should have read through them, really, shouldn't I? I just sort of browsed through the first couple, and that was it. Who is known as the King of Pop? Of course, Roger. I remember now when she was talking about it when you was round here. Oh, well, I think we've got a correct answer. Let's go on to the next one, which is so bloody easy. But we will get you we'll sort of trick you a bit later on because we've got some bit harder ones. What instrument does Elton John play? Sorry, these are bad. And I'm not going to give you long for this because... Come on. What instrument does Elton John primarily play? I think we have a winner. Flute. Yes. Yeah, piano. Now this one, some of you will remember this. Which song spent the most weeks at number 1 in the UK charts? Which song spent the most weeks at number 1 in the UK charts? I know this one. I think it's about 16, 17 weeks. And it was bloody awful towards the end. Over and over again. Oh my God. And I think, actually, while this was at number 1, I went on summer camp with Air Cadets. I can't remember if it was RAF Cosford or RAF Shawbury or somewhere else. Can't accept that one, Cara. Which song? Do they know it's Christmas? No, sorry. It was indeed Everything I Do For You by Bryan Adams. And the film, of course, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. 16 or 17 weeks. Oh my God, it's all you bloody heard. Oh, it wasn't a bad song, but oh my God, over and over again. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's go on to the next question. Who sang the hit song Rolling in the Deep? Who sang the hit song Rolling in the Deep? Oh, I've got 12 of you on at the minute. I should have put more effort into this between questions, shouldn't I? And a bit jingles and jazz it up a little bit rather than just me sitting there going. I've got some jingles, you know. I've got a. Hang on. Well, there you go, Cara. Give yourself a pat on the back. It was, in fact, Adele. Right, last one in this round for music. Then we go on to films. Films. What is the stage name of the singer born Reginald Kenneth Dwight? What is the stage name of the singer born Reginald Kenneth Dwight? Some of you will get this. I, in fact, knew this one. I don't know all these, but sometimes I thought, well, I know that. That's bloody easy. But I thought, well, other people might not know it. But you never know. So, yeah. Who was born Reginald Kenneth Dwight? Elton John, Elton John, Elton John, Elton John. It is, in fact, correct. Right, now we're going on to round 3, films. What is the highest grossing film of all time as of 2025? Well, we're in 2025. What is the highest grossing film of all time? This might surprise you. It did me. I've obviously seen the film, but didn't think much of it really. It was alright, but highest grossing film of all time as of 2025. Oh, we've got some correct answers coming through. Happy New Year, John. 4th year, 3 more than planned. Well, we've had ours for we've had ours 5 years now. Or this one, we had the other one previous to it. Yeah, the answer to the question is indeed Avatar. Question number 2. Who played the character Jack Dawson in Titanic? Who played the character... Excuse me. That Coke was a bit gassy. Who played the character Jack Dawson in Titanic? Should be another fairly easy one, really. We'll get through that. We've got one round after this and then the bonus round, which is only a couple of questions. And then we've got some sound clips of cars, which I'll play. Who's Leonardo Dictation? You are all correct, obviously. Leonardo DiCaprio. Question number 3. What year was the first Star Wars movie released? Now, this is probably one of the best years ever. The year I was born, basically. So, yeah. A lot of good things came from this year. What year was the first Star Wars film released? An L405. I don't think we'll be upgrading our... Come on, Cara, you know when I was born. Sweet baby Jesus. Yeah, we won't be changing our car for a while. We've still got low miles. And we ain't got the money for it anyway. We'll just keep that one running. I'm quite happy with it. Roger is the only one that's correct this round, this question. 1977. One of the best years ever. I can imagine Cara there sitting there. When was he born? Yeah, it was indeed 1977. So, next question. Which film features the famous quote, "You're gonna need a bigger boat"? Which film features the famous quote, "You're gonna need a bigger boat"? Well, we've got to think Lorna 83, Cara 81, Ollie 79, me 77, Jordan 1990. Everyone's going, whoa, what? Jaws. It's indeed the correct answer. I have no idea about this one. I've not seen the film. What is the name of the kingdom where the animated film Frozen is set? What is the name of the kingdom where the animated film Frozen is set? I wouldn't have a clue. I'd be clutching at straws with this one. If anyone gets it, I think you're Googling, to be honest, unless you're a bit of a animated film buff. Let's give it one of these. I've never even heard of it, to be honest. I've heard of the film. Let it go, let it go. The answer is Arendelle. Arendelle, something like that. Who knew? Anyway, next question. Who directed Pulp Fiction? That should be a fairly easy one. Who directed Pulp Fiction? I'm going to have a chili peanut while we wait. And another. Oh, we're getting some good answers coming through now. All correct. Oh, this is another easy one. In which movie does Tom Hanks' character say, "Life is like a box of chocolates"? I'm not even going to ask that question a second time, because, you know. The next round of questions, general knowledge, it might be a bit more tricky. Who knows? I don't know what your quiz knowledge levels are at. Forest who, Cara? Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates. Yeah, you're correct. Forrest Gump. Right, general knowledge. What is the capital city of Australia? What is the capital city of Australia? So a peanut. I'm mixing with M&Ms, which is probably a bit weird, but... I'm going to open this. Got some answers coming through. I don't know if yours, AD, is autocorrect has cocked you up there somehow. Because you're on the right lines almost. It is in fact Canberra. Oh, look at that. So I'll spill it all over the keyboard. Next question. You all got Canberra. Sorry, Cara, you was incorrect. Sydney is not the right answer. Number 2. In which year was the United Nations founded? In which year was the United Nations founded? The answer to the previous question was in fact Canberra. I think I did say that. Autocorrect. I thought it was. I said Canberra. What's that? Some kind of cheese? Now this cider is cider rosé from Super U. We'll give it a whirl. We'll give it a whirl. Give it a whirl. You're all incorrect, I'm afraid. The actual answer is 1945. The United Nations was founded in 1945. No. Yeah, but I mean, come on. I can't. I've got to take your first answer. Question number 3. What is the chemical symbol for gold? What is the chemical symbol for gold? I sort of know this, but I'd have been guessing. That cider is actually quite nice, to be honest. Still wrong. Who's wrong? Me or you? I'm still here. Yeah. Now what am I doing? Carrot, I'm afraid, is an incorrect answer. It is AU. Question number 4. How many continents are there in the world? How many continents are there in the world? Not consonants, consonants or vowels. How many continents are there in the world? Seven seems to be the answer. 4. 7. Many. I did actually know this one. Not to be blowing my own trumpet, but it is in fact 7. 7 continents. Next question. Who painted the Mona Lisa? Who painted the Mona Lisa? That should be a pretty easy one for you. She's a miserable old cow, isn't she? The Mona Lisa. She's not smiling or anything. You say something?
Yeah, I said leave the dimwit out there.
Oh. I think the old chat's gone a bit. Oh no, it's Kira. Look. Hello, Kira.
Yeah, it's the other one.
Hey?
It's the other one.
No, only Kira.
That's what I say. He's the dimwit.
Well, it is in fact Leonardo da Vinci. What is the name of the longest river in the world? What is the name of the longest river in the world? The only reason I know this is because I watched some chap walking along it. That might give you a bit of a clue, actually. Probably, well, they're all coming through thick and fast now. We're all correct. It's the Nile. This is another easy one. In which country would you find the Taj Mahal? In which country would you find the Taj Mahal? Mahal. You right there, Kira? Ooh. You're all correct with that one. A couple of bonus questions for you, and then we've gone to the car sounds. Which country is the first to celebrate New Year's Day? Which country is the first to celebrate New Year's Day? Let's give it one of these, shall we? You made the floor wobble then, mate. You're a bit of an arsewipe, are you? The answer is, in fact, New Zealand. Catches it just before Australia. What is the traditional New Year's food in Scotland served as part of Hogmanay? What is the traditional New Year's food in Scotland served as part of Hogmanay? Get out. Yeah, I've got them both in here. Bad Mars bar. It is in fact haggis. And what do they call the sport where they have to round up the haggis off of all the moors? Iron brew. Iron brew from Gudders.
They're cute though with their little wings.
They don't have wings.
Of course they do.
Haggis don't have bloody
There
wings.
was one in Will o' the Wisp.
Was there?
Yeah.
Get out! Come on, fuck off.
Haggis are sweet.
I'll bleep that bit out. Yeah, it's in fact haggis. Last question for this one. Haggis gathering. What year did the Y2K bug cause global panic? What year did the Y2K bug cause global panic? Whoa, what a to-do that was. No, mate. You're not having peanuts. Go on, bugger off.
They're not getting any.
It is a bit of a tricky one because some of you are correct and some of you...
I'll bet it's not the Y2K.
That's what I just said.
It's the one before.
No, it says Y2K. The answer is actually 2000, but it was 99 going into 2000, so I'll have to give you all a point for that because you either said 2000 or 99. The Millennium Bug. Oh my god, the world's going to come to a standstill. Did it bollocks. So yeah, now we're going to have, if you've got your keen ear on, I'm going to play some clips. I'll play it through once, and then I'll come back to this screen, and if you need to hear it again, you'll have to say, and I'll play it again. So this first one, which obviously I know the answer to because I set these clips up. Let me just scroll down here. I'm gonna set this playing now. You'll hear a car, and you'll have to tell me what it is. There, some clips I've put some text up, so there's a little bit of a clue, but not much of a clue. So guess that car by its sound. So here's the first one. What do you think it was? I know this one straight away. I didn't have this version. Incorrect, Cara. Incorrect. Lou Deuce film. DeLorean. No. Princess? No, it was the Ambassador. Next one up, Princess was up to 1700cc, wasn't it? I think was the Ambassador up. Did they do 2.3 or 2.1, 2.3? I can't remember. But anyway, they're bloody awful cars, weren't they? No, it's none of those. Austin Princess. Bloody hell. Triumph Dolomite? No. Ford Escort? No. I'll tell you, I did have a version of this car. If you listen to it, it's got a distinct sound. I'll give you a clue. It's got a variation of the A series engine. There you go. Bit of a clue for you. But you will notice there is a little whistling noise in the background when it changes gear. Correct, AD. Something turbo. I've never heard of a something turbo, but there you go. These were only 93 horsepower, but they couldn't get the gearboxes to be strong enough. For whatever reason. I don't know how much horsepower my one was. Mine wasn't turboed. But the turbo version was 93 horsepower. They did do a tuning kit for them where you could get up to about 200 horsepower, and they had to obviously sort the gearboxes out. The gearbox on them is underneath the engine. That might be a bit of a clue. I've never had a Renault car. Sorry. If I tell, no, I can't, because that would give Cara an unfair advantage. I'm gonna have to just give you the answer, aren't I? It was in fact an MG Metro Turbo. Yeah. Metro Turbo, MG Metro Turbo, not just a Metro Turbo, it's an MG Metro Turbo, which was replaced by the Rover Metro GTI. Very, very distinct sound. If you listen to the sound of that engine, it sounds very much like a Mini with a turbo, because it's a 1275 engine. Same. Gearbox is underneath, it's all part of the sump, clutch is on the end of it. Really stupid bloody idea, but it worked, didn't it? So yeah, I had an MG Metro. I didn't have the turbo, so I didn't have any gearbox troubles with mine because it obviously wasn't powerful enough. It was a bloody quick car, cracking bit of kit really. No, because your first answer was Ford. I've got to take the first answer, haven't I? Anyway, I'm going to play the second clip now. This one should be really easy. So I'll play it to you now. Perhaps that one was a bit too easy. We'll see. I've got one to catch you out in a minute, Sam. So if you're still here, we're getting some correct answers coming in. It is in fact a Volkswagen Beetle. Now, I did put up on the screen when they was made from and to, and how many they had sold, and there's quite a 21 odd million or 20 million, I think. Yeah, so Volkswagen Beetle, there you go. This is going to be one for the older generation, shall we say. So I'm just going to play the next clip, which is car number 3. Here we go. I think that was a bit of a giveaway what I put on the bloody screen. I shouldn't have put that. Britain's most wanted van. Sherpa. Come on, Cara. Ford Transit. But what Transit was it? It wasn't just an ordinary Transit. It was the most wanted van by the police, because vans at the time weren't very high performance, so they couldn't get away. But obviously when this van was introduced, it had the performance of a sports car at the time, They did do a V480, and you are correct. They did a few variations of the V4s. They did, is it a Taurus or Taunus? And then they did the Essex V4s. And then in the later ones, yeah, it was a Mark 1 Transit. And then the Mark 2s, they started putting the inline 4s in it. And some really bad diesels. Yeah, but obviously the police struggled to keep up with them because they had like the load capacity of a van and the performance of a sports car of its day. Transit Connect. If your Transit Connect sounds like that, I'd get it traded in pretty quick. Yeah, that might have been a giveaway saying Britain's most wanted van. Let's do car number 4. This might catch a few of you out. What do you think that was? While I wait for your answers. Ooh, very nice. Ford Sierra. If your Ford Sierra sounded like that, I'd be slightly concerned. Rough? Yeah, they don't sound ideal, do they? Yeah, Sam's obviously got it right. It's a Mazda RX-7 with a rotary engine in it. Very strange, the old rotary engines. Rally car. Broken. Right, I'm going to play the next one, which is car number 5. So, let's just scroll down here. This is car number 5. You tell me what this one is. You've got to be a bit specific, Sam. Sorry. That's a bit of a broad... It's a very broad... I can't just... That's a bit random. Not random, but it's a very broad thing. You've got to specify. XJR. It is in fact a Range Rover. And it is in fact a TDV8, but which version? Let's give you one of these. Did you not hear what I just said? It is in fact a Range Rover and it is in fact a TDV8. But what version? Ah, Biker 80 is correct. Yeah, it is the 3.6 TDV8. Dodgy old Ford engine. Anyway, this next one is not necessarily a car. But I've put it down as car number 6. So let's have a quick look at this. Let's see who gets this one first. Sorry, Sam, that's incorrect. I thought you of all people would have bloody known this one. No, sorry, Mr. Dibbles. Incorrect. No, it's not a daff. Oh. That's a bit of a... we're going back to the... That's a bit of a broad thing, isn't it? You've got to specify. And we have a winner. Didn't you go bloody Land's End to John O'Groats on one of these, Sam? Was that a 35 or a little grey Fergie or something? It was indeed a Massey Ferguson 35. Tractor, yeah. Correct. Oh, TE20. Yeah. Same bloody thing though, isn't it? Was it petrol or diesel or that bloody TVO, whatever they call it? Kerosene or... Yeah. They're a funny old bunch, aren't they? My dad's tractor's a bit of a classic. Petrol TVO, yeah. My dad's got a McCormick D326. Right, so that's that one. So the next one is car number 7. So let's scroll down here and we'll play this one. Some of you might know it, and I'll give you some clues. Any guesses on that one? Just have a bit of my rosé, cider rosé. I will give you a clue. Reliant Scimitar. They generally had the 3-litre Essex Ford engine in it, which was a V6. The couple that I worked on did have anyway. Jensen Interceptor. I'll give you a clue. It featured quite heavily in a 70s TV series. You don't have to get it dead right, because there's obviously a lot of variations on this. No, sorry, it's not a Ford Mustang. Volvo. Oh, the Saint. No, it's not Volvo. They were a bit redneck. That might give you a bit of a clue. Redneck, moonshine, Capri. Not quite. Oh, Mr. Dibbles. Dodge Charger is in fact the correct answer. It's the second generation from the Dukes of Hazzard. And when I was looking at Dodge Chargers on Wikipedia, after the second generation, they are bloody ugly, awful looking cars. The first and second generation actually look quite alright, but anyway, that's that. So now we're going to go to car number 8. I don't know if you'll get this one, but we're going to play it anyway. Well, yeah. I can't verify that though, Sam. No, it's not a Ford Sierra. But then, even so, what Ford Sierra would it be? 1.6, 1.8, 2 litre, 2.3, the 2.8, 2.8, 4x4, the 2 litre 4x4, the 2 litre Cosworth. No, I'm not seeing any correct answers yet. I will give you a clue. It is Italian. It makes 471 horsepower from 2,936 cc. Got 2 turbos. And it's a 90-degree V8. Which might not mean a bloody thing to most of you. I'm not seeing any. It's an iconic car. Most young boys would have had this as a poster on their bedroom wall back in the 80s. Iconic. No, sorry, it's not Lamborghini. Hey? No, that's German. Yeah. So close, so close. No, so sorry, Sam, it's Italian. Makes a lot of power for a small engine. It was a... What was it? It is in fact a Ferrari F40. We have a correct answer. Random side question. What was the white car used to get in at the garage? Granada Cosworth, was it? Yes, it was a 2.9 V6, 24 valve Cosworth. Big engine, lot of noise, but not much go really. You know, compared to a properly tuned 2 litre Cosworth. It was alright, but probably alright in its day. Yeah, I don't think they kept it for very long. I don't know if she crashed it or sold it or had it stolen so they could claim on insurance. But yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I can't remember. It was George, and I can't remember his wife. I think they were ex-Pikeys. So yeah, it was in fact a Ferrari F40. It's been bugging you. Well, let it bug you no more. That was car number 8. Now we're going to go for car number 9. This is a bit of a special one. This is down memory lane. Number 9. What do you think that one was? I'll give you some clues in a minute. If nobody gets it, I'll give you some clues in a minute. A Morris what? Triumph Stag. No, sorry. Incorrect. See how many people are on now. Oh, we've got 13 people on. Any more advances? Rover P3? No. Well, this car is worldwide. They have been seen all over the world. Lotus Cortina. How do you know a genuine Lotus Cortina from a fake Lotus Cortina? See if you know the answer to that one. I could give some clues on that last clip. I did a video a while back about all the cars I've ever had and driven. That last sound clip, obviously AD is on the right lines. My first company car was one of these. So Cara should now come and give us the correct answer. If she doesn't, she's got a bad memory. I'll give you a couple more seconds and I shall reveal the answer. Because I used to come home in it every day. Everyone knew it because it was. They used to call it my little noddy van. It is in fact a Morris Minor. My first company car was a Morris Minor pickup, 2-seater, little beacon on the roof, and it used to go around like a lighthouse really slow. No steering lock on it, so you could drive along, keep your foot on the throttle, switch the ignition off, switch it back on, bang! Yeah, rather than give me a pay rise, they gave me a company car, which at the time I thought, well, it's fair enough, I'm not paying for it, no tax, I'm not paying tax, insurance or MOT in it, all I've got to do is put petrol in it. But I thought, hang on a minute, it's free advertising for a minute because it had the bloody garage name all up the side of it. But, oh well. Yeah, it did used to backfire a little bit on the overrun. It because on the Morris Minor pickups, on the ordinary Morris Minor, you only had one silencer on it. So the downpipe comes off the manifold, up the car, silencer, and just a bit of pipe over the back axle and out of the thing. But on the pickups, it used to just stick out the side, and it was quite a bit of a noise, especially as Adi just said, going down the hill in Lincoln. It used to pop and bang, and anyway, we've got a few more clips, so we'll quickly whistle through those. That was the Morris Minor. So this is now going to be car number 10. So I'll just play that one for you. Yeah. What do you think that was? That clip is a specific car, but if you get it near enough, that'll be a win. Very distinct sound, these cars. A Ford Mondrian. Was that supposed to be a Mondeo? XR2i? No, it's not a Ford. Or a Capri. It's not a BMW. But you're on the right tracks. From the same country as well. That's going to be a massive giveaway now. I'm expecting a flurry of correct answers now. I will have another M&M while I wait. No, it's not a Golf. Or an Opel, or a Merc. I might have to give you the answer. Audi Quattro, 190e, no. M3, Audi 80, no. All of those are incorrect. Audi, no. Come on, German car, German car. Scirocco, no. It's not Volkswagen, Audi, Mercedes. Come on, German sports car. I've probably given too much away now. Lotus Esprit. Porsche. Opel Kadett. 911. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to have to say yes to Porsche 911. It is, in fact, a Porsche 993, which I don't understand Porsche, all these numbers. A Porsche 911 is a 911 to me, and it's from the early shape right up to the new shape. It's all got all these bloody 99 numbers and this, that, and that. So it is actually a Porsche 993. But I will accept Porsche 911, so give yourself a little tick. Right, so next one's going to be a bit of a doozy for you. Let me just play the car number 11. So there we go, car number 11. What do you think that one was? It might be a bit tricky, or you might have sort of sussed out my thinking. Trying to catch people out. Got crap on my screen. Ooh. Sam has got it. If he got that one wrong, there would be something seriously wrong, because that's what he's got. Panda 4x4. I should have done a Panda 4x4 in it, really, shouldn't I? It is in fact a 4.4 TDV8. So well done, Sam. But you did put a question mark, and then you said, or a 3 litre SDV6. Yeah. Slightly different sound to the 3.6. But there you go. So, next one, I've got two more. So the next one is quite distinctive, and I expect you all to get this one correct. Whoa, what was that? Very, very distinct sound, that car. TVR? What sort of TVR makes that bloody noise? Chimera. Skyline, WRX. Some of you are on the right lines. Obviously, it's a Subaru and it's an Impreza. Yeah, Subaru Impreza, Nissan Micra. Oh no, yeah, it's a Subaru Impreza. So very, very distinct noise, and I never really liked them, to be honest. But some people love them, don't they? I've got one more, which is car number 13. Unlucky for some, but it doesn't seem to bother us, that number. Right, so I'll just play this last one, and then we'll get on to something else. So, car number 13. Car number 13. A bit tricky, that one, because yeah, angry car, yeah. Chainsaw. Chainsaw, bloody chainsaw. No idea. Celica, no. 6R4. You're back to that bloody Metro again, Cara. Rally Sport Lancia 4x4, no. Obviously, I will admit it is being driven by a right twat, and it was in a car park. These are just clips I've got off YouTube. I will give you the answer. Or should I give you some more clues? 6 cylinders. These cars have also got really weird numbers and throughout all their models. I never know what's what. I normally say it's a such and such. Oh, that's a... What's that? Probably isn't fair sound clip, really, because I think if it'd been driven normally, well, you're all along the right lines. It's a BMW M3 E46. I had a 5 Series and that was an E28. I know that. I love that car. A 6-cylinder. It was auto box, but it had the Sport on it. It had quite a lot of options on the car from new. Bloody metric wheels on it, which was a pain in the arse. Tyres cost a bloody fortune, and it was absolutely crap on petrol. On a really long run, we just scraped about 20 miles to the gallon out of it. But that was probably the most controllable car I've ever had. I lowered it 40mm, new springs all round, and drifting, it was utter doddle. You go into a roundabout, get boot full of power, and out it goes. You just steer into it. It really was easy car to drift and piss about in. Unlike my Jag, when the arse end went on that, it was so smooth that when the arse end went out, before you knew it, it was too far around and you was facing the other way. Not that I used to drive like that, of course. I've always been a sensible driver. Apart from that time, someone pulled the handbrake on in my Metro and it spun round 180 degrees. Because I think only one side was connected up. Anyway, that's all our sound clips. I've got some more questions. If you want to do questions, we've got part 2 of the quiz. or we've got some general knowledge. So I will have another M&M, and I'm going to finish this up. No, I'm not going to finish it up. Can't fit it all in there. Yeah, we won't go into the Citroen Saxo saga. My brother had a Citroen Saxo, brand new. He crashed it. They should have written it off. They fixed it. Then he crashed it again into a ditch. I went out in the recovery truck, dragged him out. He took it home, and they fixed it again. Third time I crashed it. He crashed it again while he was away. He smashed all the headlights in. So I fitted a new headlight. I thought, well, just take it up the road and make sure the headlights are all right. I put it in a ditch. Just turned steering wheel. Nothing happened. Absolute bang. Airbags a lot. Wrote the car off. They fixed it 3 times. Dad, well, I actually paid for a bloke to come out and do a full inspection on this car, and it was such a shoddy job that they'd done on. Bearing in mind his car was brand new, such a really bad job that I think my dad, I don't know how he did it, but he made the insurance company take that car back and replace it with another brand new car. So my brother got a brand new car, rolled it into a field on his way to work. So I think they fixed that one. And then Mum and Dad made him sell it. So, yeah. Saxos were shit. I'm just going to have a swig of this. Wet the whistle. And I'll ask you some more questions. Let's go for part 2, round 1. Cars. What car brand is known for its signature kidney grille design? I didn't even know this. I wouldn't have called it a kidney grille, but what car brand is known for its signature kidney grille design? You tell me, because I wouldn't have had a bloody clue. I've got the answer, so I know what it is. Yeah, so I would steer well clear of Saxos. Oh, we're all coming in now, look. BMW, which is correct. See if anyone else comes in with BMW. Would you have said that was kidney grille? I suppose. Now they are huge, yeah. Question number 2, a really easy one. What does ABS stand for? In car safety systems, what does ABS stand for? I don't know where these questions came from. If I do a quiz again, I'll have to vet the questions a bit better, won't I? Oh, what does ABS stand for? Jesus Christ. Correct, Sam, correct. If you got that one wrong, I would be very disappointed. Question number 3. Which country is home to the car manufacturer Volvo? Which country is home to the car manufacturer Volvo? What? Yeah, correct. Hopefully you can't hear her piping up in the background because she's giving the answers away. Hey? Oh, well, everyone got that one right. Might not get this one right. What year did the first Formula One World Championship race take place? What year did the first Formula One World Championship race take place? What year? Hey? No. Nowhere near. Well, fairly near, but... Sorry, incorrect, incorrect, incorrect. Incorrect, incorrect. The answer was, in fact, 1950. Oh, these are so easy. Obviously that one wasn't, but this next one, again, I'm embarrassed to ask this one. What car model is often referred to as the Bug? Before anyone says it, it's not a Bond bug. Hey? Can't hear you. No. What car model is often referred to as the Bug? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think you're all correct. It's the Volkswagen Beetle. I don't know if this is... lights keep going. It's not the lights, it's this bloody camera on the Mac. It's bloody crap. I've only got to move and it changes. Bond bug. They were wicked little things, they were. They look pretty dangerous, obviously. Right, next one. Which famous British car manufacturer produces the DB series of sports cars? Another easy one. Correct. I wonder if this was questions for kids. Right. Oh well, I am sorry. This next one is going to be a bit technical. What is the term for the amount of air and fuel mixture in an engine cylinder that can be combusted at one time? I'll say again, just so you can get there. What is the term for the amount of air and fuel mixture in an engine cylinder that can be combusted at one time? I'm guessing that's how they get the sizes of the engines. Might have been a bit of a clue. Ooh. Sorry, Mr. Dibbles, incorrect. Sorry, AD, incorrect. Compression ratio, compression rate, cubic capacity, CC, ratio. No, it's not the answer I'm looking for, I'm afraid. I will give you the answer. It is in fact displacement. The answer is displacement. Right, now we're going on to music, which we've got some really easy ones here by the looks of things. So I won't be spending too much time on them because what was Elvis Presley's nickname? What was Elvis Presley's nickname? Everybody should know that. Start of a 10. The King. But the king of what? Pelvis. Elvis the Pelvis. King of rock. The King. The King. Burger King. King of rock and roll. We have a winner. Who had a hit song with Sweet Caroline? I'm waiting for her to start singing now. Who had a hit song with Sweet Caroline? All the correct answers are coming through. It is in fact Neil Diamond. What do you mean the one and only? Now this next question I wouldn't have had a bloody clue. But being as I've got the answer in front of me, I know what it is. What is the name of Beyonce's debut solo album? What is the name of Beyonce's debut solo album? Eh? Is that the answer, or are you saying hello to someone?
That's my answer.
Oh, no, that's incorrect. No, not seen any correct answers yet. I wouldn't have known this. I'm going to have to give you the answer, aren't I? Slayer. The answer is Dangerously in Love. Who knew? Which iconic music festival took place in 1969? Which iconic music festival took place in 1969? What? Yeah. Bootylicious. Mr. Dibbles. He said bootylicious. Astonbury. The answer is in fact Woodstock. Where's my questions gone? I knew this one. Not just because I've got the answers. What was the name of Freddie Mercury's final studio album with Queen? What was the name of Freddie Mercury's final studio album with Queen? What? I can't hear you. No. On death's door. I'm going to have to push you for a final answer. What? Yeah. The correct answer, because it's not coming up on the thing, was in fact innuendo. La, 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 la. This next one. Who is the lead singer? Oh, I can't even get my words out. Who is the lead singer of U2? Who is the lead singer of U2? Let's have one of these. What? Can't hear you. No. Bono. They're all correct answers are coming through now. If you got that one wrong, you need to go outside and have a word with yourself. Here's one for you classic musical buffs. Which classical composer wrote The Four Seasons? Which classical composer wrote The Four Seasons? I can't hear you. Yeah. Sorry, Cara, you're incorrect. It was, in fact, Antonio Vivaldi. There you go, Vivaldi. Right, these next questions is films, but some of these I'm gonna not bother asking because they've not Pavarotti, you know. So this is for films. In the Matrix series, this is a stupid question. I'll have to rephrase it. In the Matrix series, what colour is the pill Neo takes to learn the truth about the Matrix? Neo? Bum bum bum, bum bum bum. Well, according to the answer, it was the red pill. But you're all saying it's blue. Was it? I'm going to have to Google that now. Well, not Google it, I'll ask Siri. Let's ask Siri while we're on live, shall we? Which colour pill did Neo take to learn the truth about the Matrix? Yeah. Representing a choice between learning an unsettling or life-changing truth by taking the red pill or remaining in contented experience of ordinary reality with the blue pill. There you go. Oh, come on, bloody phone. Right, where are we? So yeah, it was the red pill. So I'm afraid you was all incorrect. Who played the titular character in the 2018 remake of A Star Is Born? Who played the titular character in the 2018 remake of A Star Is Born? That should be fairly easy. I've not seen this film, but I actually know the answer. Shamalina I'll say again. Who played the titular character in the 2018 remake of A Star Is Born? It'll be the other one, Roger. Give you a few more seconds. Was in fact Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. Goldblum. Lady Gaga. Yes, correct. Right, next one. What is the name of the fictional African country where Black Panther is set? What is the name of the fictional African country where Black Panther is set? Again, I've not seen this one, but I have heard of this name. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see if we can come up with some jingles. Can you hear that? Roger is in fact correct. Wakanda? Wakanda. Wakanda? How do you say it? Wakanda? Wakanda? Wakanda. Wakanda. Yeah. What Roger said. This is a strange one. Not heard this before. Which movie is known for the line, "I drink your milkshake"? Which movie is known for the line, "I drink your milkshake"? Thought I'd just throw something in there just to liven it up a little bit. Debbie does Dallas. We know what you were up to in your misspent childhood, in your youth, Roger. The answer is There Will Be Blood. No idea. Was that a Daniel Day-Lewis film? Possibly, I'm not sure. What is the full title Plug your phone in then. Simples. Next question. What is the full title of the third Lord of the Rings movie? What is the full title of the third Lord of the Rings movie? Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. Bish bash bosh. The old chat seems to have gone a bit slow. Oh no, here we go, with some answers coming in now. Whee. That is in fact correct, Roger. It's Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. See if anyone else comes through. Yeah, we're all getting the right answers. Oh yeah. Let me just have a look on here. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Next question. Because I think we know the answer to that one. The trouble with this chat, it's doesn't always come through quite so quick. And then I'm asking the next question, and people are still answering the. Pardon me. Still answering the question from before. But show must go on. Next question. In Inception, what object does Dom Cobb use as his totem to distinguish reality from dreams? In Inception, what object does Dom Cobb use as a totem to distinguish reality from dreams? I can't hear a word you're saying. Yeah, correct. Huh? Toyota. He's got Toyota on the bloody brain. Blue pill. No, no, no. Come on. Who's seen Inception? It was quite a good film, actually. I quite enjoyed that one. I think I've got it somewhere over there. Red pill? No. No pills involved in this particular film. Well, there might have been, but not. It's not the answer to the question. Wartburg. Was that should be a Wartburg. A Trabant. I'll give you the answer because it's not very forthcoming. A spinning top. He spins it on the table. Battenberg. Ooh, nice bit of Battenberg. Spoon. Oh, Roger's come up with spinning top. He's a clever bugger, that Roger. Either that or he's quick on Google. This one is going to be easy. So, who played the villain Hans Gruber in the 1988 action classic Die Hard? Everyone should get that. Who played the villain Hans Gruber in the 1988 action classic Die Hard? Yeah. I shall wait for some correct answers, hopefully. Hopefully. There's one. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. No, sorry. He wasn't Hans Gruber. He was John McClane. There's the correct answer. Forrest Gump. Green Lantern. Incorrect. It was in fact Alan Rickman. Right, we'll quick some general knowledge and then we've got some more car questions. What is the smallest country in the world? I'm not going to hang about too much with these. So, what is the smallest country in the world? You either know it or you don't. Look at that bleeding dog there. Kira. 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 Dead to the world. Vatican City is correct. Vatican City. What is the name of the element with the chemical symbol O? What is the name of the element with the chemical symbol O? Should be an easy one, really. They're really bad, aren't they? Quiz show, game show jingles. Roger is correct. Oxygen. So's Mr. Dibbles. So's Ian. So's Luju's Film. So's Cara. I'm not sure what Gareth is saying. Oxygen. He's writing in shorthand. It is correct, it's oxygen. How many bones are there in the human body? How many bones are there in the human body? We have a correct answer, 206. Sorry, Ian, incorrect. Sorry, the correct answer is 206. 300. If you've got 360, Mr. Dibbles, they probably want you in at the thing to get checked out. You must be a natural anomaly. The correct answer is 206. Who wrote the play Romeo and Juliet? Who wrote the play Romeo and Juliet? And before anyone says it wasn't Dire Straits. I'm not going to hang around too long on that one because double jointed. Who wrote the play Romeo and Juliet? Shakespeare. It was in fact William Shakespeare. In which ocean is the Bermuda Triangle located? In which ocean was the Bermuda Triangle located? There you go. Correct. It is in fact the Atlantic Ocean. This one might catch a few of you out. Which country has the most pyramids in the world? Which country has the most pyramids in the world? No. Skegness. I know they've got a pyramid at Fantasy Island at Ingamells. Tunisia? No, incorrect. Not Mexico. No. Or Brazil? No. No. It's not China. It's not Egypt. I didn't know this either. The answer is in fact Sudan. There you go. Who knew? Right, I've got some car questions now. If you're all still up for some quiz-tastic what's names, I'll try and fire through them quite quick. Obviously, it's not so easy doing it quick because obviously I'm waiting for answers to come up on the chat, just so you're all involved, and it's slightly interactive then, isn't it? You're not just sat there thinking, "Ooh." But anyway, I'll fire through them as quick as possible. The answer to that last question was Sudan. So there, some car questions. Which animal features in the logo for Lamborghini? Which animal features in the logo for Lamborghini? I don't know how long to give you really. Should I just set my timer for 10 seconds? I think that's what I'll do. Otherwise I'll be here all bloody night. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 10 seconds. The answer is in fact a bull. Oh, this is an easy one. What was the original colour for all Ferrari models? What was the original colour for all Ferrari models? 5 seconds. The answer is in fact red. Who was a driver for Alfa Romeo before founding his own company? Who was a driver for Alfa Romeo before founding his own company? Final answers. A couple of you have got it right. It was in fact Enzo Ferrari. Next question. What does Volkswagen mean? What does Volkswagen mean? If, like The Hobbit, you said it the wrong way round, I will accept that. What does Volkswagen mean? We're getting some correct ones coming in now. Sorry, Cara, you got it wrong. The answer is the people's car. Unreliability. I would call it a boat anchor. Turn it upside down, it's a skip. Anyway, next question. What is the best-selling electric car in history? And bearing in mind the first electric car was made in 1880. Not that that's any what's name, but you know. What is the best-selling electric car in history? We've got one correct answer so far. 2 nearly correct, but Sinclair C5. Whoa. They were a hit, weren't they? Oh, Jesus. The correct answer is a Tesla Model 3. Is the best-selling electric car in history. Japanese car company Toyota was originally established as a textiles manufacturer. True or false? Japanese car company Toyota was originally established as a textiles manufacturer. True or false? Now Ian has been saying Toyota for most of the night, so he might know. Cara is saying it's true. Gareth says it's true. Ludus Film says it's true. Ian says it's true. Sewing machines. We used to have Toyota sewing machines at school. I got in trouble because we was having races with them. No, you're going to say, how did you have races with sewing machines? Well, that's a story for another day. It is in fact true. Sorry, Roger, you got that one wrong. What is the famous car that was designed to compete with the Ford Mustang? What is the famous car that was designed to compete with the Ford Mustang? Bum, 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 bum. I've not eaten many of these peanuts tonight. Chili peanuts. Plus some cashews. Plus some dry roasted. Not a Dodge Charger, not a Cobra, not a Dodge Charger or a Capri. Not the Red Pill. Not an AC Cobra. Night Rider. Night Rider? Oh! Oh! A little bit earlier than Night Rider. But you're on the right tracks there. Pontiac. Oh. Oh. Sort of, but not. A Vaz 21. Trans Am. Not quite, almost. Pontiac Trans Am. Not quite. No. Think of a little bit earlier. I know it's nothing like a Pontiac Trans Am. Plymouth Roadrunner? No. It is in fact a Chevrolet Camaro. And when Ian said Night Rider, it's like, well, Trans Am, Camaro. It's sort of in the progression, so you sort of. And then Pontiac Trans Am, well, the Trans Am was sort of like after the Camaro, and then you had like your Z28s and funny, I've not really looked into it, but then because you had Pontiac, Chevrolet, was it? Oh, they're funny old lot, them American cars. They were all the same sort of company, weren't they? Something like that. Anyway, it was a Chevrolet Camaro. I'm going to skip that one because that's easy. Who designed the Volkswagen Beetle? Who designed the Volkswagen Beetle? Answers on a postcard. See how many get this one right. Enzo Ferrari. It was in fact Ferdinand Porsche. Or Ferdinand Porsche. Oh, this one's easy. Which iconic car manufacturer also makes aeroplane engines? Which iconic car manufacturer also makes aeroplane engines? Everyone should get that one right. We have a winner. We have two winners. Honda. It is in fact Rolls-Royce. I don't think I'd want to get on a Ryanair plane with a Honda engine in it though, Mr. Dibbles. In which year did Henry Ford establish the Ford Motor Company? In which year did Henry Ford establish the Ford Motor Company? Incorrect. 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 No.
Weren't even close.
Last one.
1900.
No.
Getting closer?
You went too far.
1904.
No.
5.
No.
3.
Yep.
Get them at the end?
Yeah. Nobody's got it right yet. We've got some random guesses. Oh, Roger comes through. Look, as a winner. 1903 is correct. Everyone should get this one. Which sports car features in the Back to the Future trilogy? Would you really call that a sports car? Come on. Which sports car features in the Back to the Future trilogy? Bow, 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 bow. Let's have one of these, shall we? DeLorean is the correct answer. Which race car is known as the Widowmaker? Which race car is known as the Widowmaker? I didn't know this one at all. No.
Specific kind of car.
Well, yeah, make and model. I suppose it must have been in the headlines at the time. Which race car is known as the Widowmaker? Neil Diamond is incorrect, I'm afraid. I'm going to have to tell you because I don't think anyone will get this. It's a Porsche 917. This is a bit of a random one. What kind of feathers are used to clean Jaguar cars before they are painted? What kind of feathers are used to clean Jaguar cars before they are painted? I don't know if they still do it, but très bizarre. That's all I can say. Incorrect. 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 Two of you are on the same lines, but almost, but not quite. No, no, no. We can nearly see you.
It's probably best.
Ostrich, goose, ostrich, duck, peacock, peacock,
I've said peacock.
a parvo. No idea what that is.
Pheasant.
Oh, is it?
No, I said, is it?
Oh.
Pheasant?
No. Chicken? No.
Duck.
No.
Goose.
No.
Eagle.
No.
Red kite.
No. Sparrow.
Bluefin.
Dodo. No. It is in fact emu feathers. They are used to prevent the car from attracting dust. Who knew? Who bought Rolls-Royce in 1998? Who bought Rolls-Royce in 1998? Let's see if you can get that one right. We have a correct answer. We have two correct answers. We have three correct answers. Any more for any more? Any more? Any more? Hello, Peppy. Pissy bloppy poopy Peppy. You good boy. It was in fact BMW. Next. Volkswagen. No, sorry, Roger, it was BMW. What was the name given to the orange 1969 Dodge Charger in the television series The Dukes of Hazzard? What was the name given to the orange 1969 Dodge Charger in the television series The Dukes of Hazzard? We have featured this Dukes of Hazzard in the questions tonight. Oh no, it was in the sound clips, wasn't it? Dodge Charger. What was the name? Oh. We're getting some correct answers in. Mary. General Lee is the correct answer. How many rings are in the Audi logo? How many rings are in the Audi logo? So I'm just plugging the iPad in. Sorry, Mr. Dibbles, you're incorrect. Everybody else is correct. It was 4. What is the most expensive car? Well, I've skipped a few questions, but I'll ask this one and I'll go back to the others. What is the most expensive car in the world? What is the most expensive car in the world? I don't know how I did that. What did it go up about? Oh yeah, look. What is the most expensive car in the world? All answers so far are incorrect. It is a Bugatti, but it's not a Veyron. The answer is the Bugatti La Voiture Noire, which sold for a whopping $18.7 million. There you go. I have seen it. It's that two-seater jobby, open cockpit job, and it's blue. What is the fastest road-going car in the world? What is the fastest road-going car in the world? I don't know if this is still relevant, because I don't know if the newer one out now might be faster than this. But if anyone says this one, then I will give you a point. The correct answer is, in fact, the Bugatti Veyron at top speed of 267 miles an hour. But I thought that the Bugatti Chiron was obviously it's a lot more powerful. Thought that was topped the Veyron out, but Bluebird, a Nissan Bluebird. What is the oldest car company still in business today? What is the oldest car company still in business today? Bow wow 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 wow. Who's asking you? Dog grumbling over here. He's on the armchair, chilling out. Is she still there? Yeah, she's still down there. Hey? Yeah. The correct answer is, in fact, where is it? Mercedes-Benz, which was originally founded in 1883. So there you go. What is the name of the 1984 Pontiac Trans Am which co-stars with David Hasselhoff in Knight Rider? Bow wow wow wow. Should we have another? No, I can't. Correct, 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 correct. It is actually Kit with two T's, but we won't be too fussy about that. In the car industry, what do the initials BMW stand for? What do the initials BMW stand for? break my wallet. Mr. Dibbles, I know what he's going to say. It is in fact Bavarian Motorworks. Bavarian Motorworks. I've got some general knowledge. Yeah. Probably not going to do any more. Dog's dreaming. I don't know if you can hear that. Hey? Yeah. He's yipping away. You right there, Peppy? Pissy ploppy poopy Peppy? Yeah, it's getting on a bit. How long have I been doing this for? Let me have a look. I've been... Oh, nearly 3 hours this live stream. I think I'm going to knock it on the head now. I only did it by popular demand. I know a few of you was on here on the Christmas live stream, and we did a bit of a quiz there. And so, oh yeah, let's do another live stream on New Year's Day. So I thought, oh okay. So I did prepare a little bit more for this one. I've got a load more questions here, but I've run out of time. It's 20 to 11 here. It's getting close to my bedtime. What? Yeah. So, all that being said, yeah, I mean, I used to do regular live streams, but I don't know what happened really. You what? Well, I could do one every other month, couldn't I? Yeah, so I can't hear a word you're saying. Yeah. So I might do them a bit more regular. Hang on a minute. My gob's drying out. If people are enjoying this sort of thing, I will do it a bit more regular. Bedtime story. Sorry, I don't know any bedtime stories. I'll have to dig the books out. I'll sit here and say, what would we call it? Bedtime stories with Ben. Oh God, Ian's back on with his Toyota again. Do you know, I used to work at Toyota. I might have said that before, quite a few times. In fact, it wasn't actually Toyota. They were a Toyota garage, and just before I started working there, they lost the dealership. Toyota said, "You're not big enough for us anymore. We're going to Marshall's in Peterborough." So it was. They were the second Toyota dealership in the country. A question, fire away. Back in the 60s, just a small family garage. And obviously they weren't big enough for what Toyota wanted, so Toyota said, "See ya." So they took on Daihatsu, which is just another Toyota, but Daihatsu are Toyotas underneath with just a different body slapped on top. But we still specialise in Toyotas because they were factory trained Toyota technicians, which was good for me because every car that came in that wasn't a Toyota, I got to work on it. And it was nice cars like Porsches, and we used to have a Bentley come in. The boss's brother-in-law had a Ferrari F40, some Bentley Continental GT coupe thing. Of course, the other two chaps in the workshop, if it wasn't Toyota, they weren't touching it. So, yeah, interesting. What means Soviet car maker named Gaz? I have absolutely no idea to that question. So yeah, if this is going to be a bit of a popular, if if people want to do this a bit more regular, I will do it a bit more, and I'll try and get a bit more production into it. It won't be anything fancy, quiz, any sort of game show thing off the TV, nothing like that. But the car clips, did that go down all right? So you have to let me know what you enjoyed, rather than me just talking absolute crap all night. It's just so a bit interactive, and it's something different rather than sticking the telly on. Yeah, let me know. I'll put out some community posts and this, that and the other, asking questions, and if it is, I mean, there's not a lot of you on tonight, but the ones that you are on, you're obviously coming up in the chat, interacting, which is quite good. It makes it a bit easier for whoever's doing the stream. If there's a lot coming up, I could do Q&A. I could do a Q&A live stream. I could do quiz live streams. This, that, and the other. Who knows? The world is our oyster. But for now, I'm going to shut down. Go to bed. Yeah, it was bloody cold today, so yeah, get fully charged, lady. Sit near a socket and plug your thing in. Get a nice long cable. I mean, look, I've had to plug my iPad in. I'm knocking everything flying now. So get prepared. So yeah, thank you all for coming. It's been marvellous having you, hosting you in our little office here. See my little YouTube play button there. I put that together on a live stream. Tina actually bought me a little little car that you make out of wood. I could probably do that on a live stream, but I'd have to do that in the other room with a different cat. Well, I could probably do it in here actually. I could do that on a live stream if you're interested in that sort of thing, or we could do the quiz format.
The speed you did that Lego, you should do the car as a series.
Did you hear that? The Lego, it actually said on it 14 plus. So it wasn't an easy Lego, was it? But anyway, I'm going to get on. But yeah, thank you all for joining us, and there's to be some more videos coming out this week, hopefully. I've got some more filming to do, so we've got a lot of things to do on the car. So there'll be a bit of Range Rover content coming, and some Apple CarPlay bits and pieces for the Range Rover, and what else we got? A bore scope to film, and I think that's it. I will release another video at some point. I should have done one on Sunday, but I forgot. I've got a couple of videos here anyway. I've got a lot to film, but yeah, I'll put out a community post later on in the week asking about the live streams and what people want to see, what they want to do, this, that and the other. So I will sign off now, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.